Alright, what's up YouTube? Today we're here and I'm gonna interview my 12-year-old nephew. I'm over here on the East Coast and wanted to introduce Pogo, who does some live streaming, and if you saw the last video, you'll see that I got him one of these Canadian maples on my trip to help him save some money for the future. And I thought it might be cool to do a little interview with him to see what he thinks about saving money. So, why don't you introduce yourself? What grade are you in? Or
Going to.
yeah, going to.
I am going to 7th grade, and I am 12 years old, and IQNet 1 is my uncle. Hi, yes, I'm Pogo. Yeah,
So-
a little late, but
So he's an avid gamer, likes to play games, Minecraft, Fortnite, all the stuff that the young tubers are into these days.
Fortnite's boring.
Okay, alright, Fortnite's a little old now, so what do we got? What's good on?
Team Fortress 2, 10 years old, still running good.
Alright, Team Fortress 2 making a comeback. Alright, so I got you these two things and I wanted to ask you, what do you think about these little coins and what do you think they're for?
I kind of feel like they're for more collecting,
Mhm.
since I'm guessing that they're not made anymore.
These are still made. These are made
Oh.
every year by the Canadian Mint. They're Canadian maples.
All right. Well, then my mistake.
That's okay. That's alright. And these are gold.
Yes.
Yeah. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Alright.
So, what gives them a lot of value is that they're only made once a year, and they're probably like collectors, and they're made of gold, which probably increases the value by quite a bit.
Well, these actually are ones that are bullion. So these are the ones that the government makes. So these aren't as collectible. But they're just worth their weight in gold.
Ah,
Alright?
that's pretty neat.
So that's why, like these, you can use in the future and the later. So this way is just a hard way of saving some money.
Well, the thing is, if you wait too long, we might be getting on other places to get more gold, and gold might dip in value. So,
So
We're
what
not
do you think
sure.
about that? Like, do you think you would be able to spend this in the future, or do you and your friends ever talk about using gold, or gold in general, or money?
we don't talk about money.
Mhm.
And I personally feel that a lot of people take gold as something of the past,
Uh-huh.
and the currency of the past, and now it's all paper money.
Mm.
But I think that maybe in the future, yeah, it'd probably be nice, and it'd be useful, because it's something that's nice to have, and yeah.
Don't be nervous. It's okay. We talked through this a little earlier, and then yeah. So a lot of your friends use paper money right now.
Yeah.
And I'm sure a lot of your friends' parents don't even use that, right? They use
Yeah.
credit cards, right?
Exactly.
You're like, when you're playing these games, do you ever buy anything, or do your friends like buy stuff from each other, that kind of thing? And what do you use?
I mean, it's more like we trade in-game items for other in-game items.
Mm-hmm.
Although I haven't been playing Fortnite recently, I've heard that there's like a thing called a skin swap that's coming out. I don't know if it's out yet, but I feel that's gonna make it so that my friends might interact more with each other with their bought items.
Mm-hmm. So how do they buy their items?
They probably use their like gift cards from their birthdays or celebrations and from holidays.
Mm-hmm.
So they just use money from there on the games that they play, like consistently. They don't spend their money really on new games unless they're big new games.
Yeah.
They'll spend money on the big new games and then get the in-game items
Aha.
in those big new games.
Okay. Okay. So you guys don't actually send money from one to another in the games?
We do not.
No? Alright. Because there is talk about using cryptocurrency in games. That's like a big thing
Really?
that people are talking about. Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
So that way people can buy it like with these gift cards and then you just trade with each other. But if they're using gift cards, then that's the one or the other thing. So I wanted to ask you what your thoughts are on saving. So you said your friends do buy a lot of these things. Do you buy a lot of these skins or do you buy any of these things?
I feel that it's kind of a waste unless it's with a gift card. Because a gift card, you're kind of limited. Although you could sell it to others, a lot of times I feel that if you're selling a gift from someone else, it's kind of wrong. They're giving it to you and not someone that you sell it to. So I feel that using the gift cards for games is okay, but like real cash money, I feel that you should just save that for the future.
You know, a lot of us old people tend to think that this is hard money or old money. Like you said, it's old money, so that maybe sometime in the future when paper money there's a problem that we can use this and convert it. Now, do you think your friends would know what the value of something like this is?
Not at all.
Not at all. Huh?
I mean, at our age, we don't really learn about this stuff. We learn about the currency now, but we don't learn anything about this type of currency.
I see. That's good that you know that it's a currency, and then it's also good that you know that buying some things on skins on games are somewhat of a waste, but can be useful, and you can trade for it. So there were some things that I wanted to ask you, like, why do you want to save your money?
It's mainly for the future because so many students have student loans and they're in debt, and when you're grown up, you need somewhere to live, you need to eat, and you need the things you have to buy your necessities. And if you spend all your money now, you're not gonna have those necessities. So that's why I save, yeah.
So, me giving you this is the hard currency, but what other ways would you save your money?
What other ways? Meaning, like...
Just how would you save your money? Like, other than gift cards, how would you earn money? And then what would you do with your money once you got it?
So, like, as a kid, I don't really earn money. Yeah, I may do Twitch just for a hobby, but I don't expect to earn money from that. It's just something, because, you know, it's fun interacting with people from the same community and people that care. And so some kids in my grade, they like to do babysitting because they want to get the newest games and they want to get the gift cards. But yeah, so
how do you earn money then at this point?
it's mainly from like my birthday and holidays or people visiting or like Chinese New Year. Yeah, and that's mainly where I get my money.
And right now you're saving your money?
Yes.
Because you think it's saving for the future, right?
Yeah.
You mentioned that you have to pay for stuff.
Yes.
Yeah. So what kind of things do you think you'll have to pay for in the future?
Your food, your electricity bill, where you live, your water bill.
But for you still got to go to school, right?
Yeah, you gotta go to school. You gotta spend it on those student loans.
That's right. So that's the topic I wanted to ask you, because you went into depth about the student loans before. I wanted to ask you, so what do you know about student loans, and how do you know about it?
So I know that a lot of students go into student debt because they take so many loans, because college now is very, very expensive. I know this because a lot of other YouTubers, statistic YouTubers say it, but then also, I don't just listen to them. It's backed up by people that I've met and people that actually were students and say that they have a lot of, or had a lot of student loans and had to pay them off.
Mm. So you think it's important not to have debt, right?
Yes.
And you think a good education will get you out of debt faster? What are your thoughts on that? Do these YouTubers think that their education helped them?
Yeah. So on the statistics for the college themselves, not from the YouTubers, from the college themselves,
Sure.
say that like right out of college, you get a certain amount. Like there's an average certain amount that the students get, or right after coming out of college, right? And the better the school, usually the more they're gonna make, because they see that on the reputation. So if you're going to like a top college, you're not just gonna get minimum wage all the time. But if you're going to like a community college, say, that's really easy to get into, one that's not very reputable, you're probably gonna have to work. You're probably gonna have to work and get less, and you're gonna have to work longer and harder.
Wow, that's a pretty good assessment. I actually went to community college. But that's something that you think about now. So are you thinking about college now?
It's only because my brother's going to college next year, but for the most part, no. Although I am visiting colleges because I go with my family, it's really, it is interesting, but it does get boring on the tours.
I'm sure.
Especially on like the big ones like UCLA, that's huge. And the tour's just really long and sometimes really hot. So it gets boring and it gets a little bit uncomfortable. But I still find it pretty interesting. Although I'm not looking into the colleges, it's cool to see them.
To look forward to. It's something
Yeah,
that you look
it's
forward
something to look forward to. Although I don't like school, it's something that I want to do so I can enjoy after it.
to. Okay. All right. And like, tell me, what are your thoughts on your friends? Do your friends ever think about that or talk about like colleges and stuff like that in your school?
In my school, they don't really talk about the colleges, but they kind of do, but I wouldn't consider it as it because they just talk about the sports in it.
Okay.
Although yes, it is. It's kind of not really because it's less school and more about the sports, like the March Madness.
I see. So let's take a step back and go back to the student loans and your saving. So how did you learn how to save and what do you expect to do with your savings? Like, do you buy a lot of things?
Well, when I'm older, I'm not gonna have my parents to just give me money all the time. And I learned to save from my parents because I'm not gonna have them when I'm older. And really, I would try to spend it on mainly necessities and maybe like budget myself. So I go cheap for like a few weeks and then spend it. Spend a lot, like not a lot, but a reasonable amount on another week. And then I keep doing that so that most of the time it's just regular and then sometimes I get like a little bonus.
Okay. Let me ask you, what are your thoughts on Bitcoin? Have you heard about it?
Yes, but it has been fading away.
It has been fading away. Do your friends ever talk about it?
They did for like a week, but it went away really quickly.
It did. Okay. Any other cryptocurrency or anything like that? What did they say when they were talking about it?
They said it could be the next big thing and that it's pretty interesting. But after that 1 week, nobody cared anymore.
Okay, all right, well, that's cool. So, thanks a lot for sharing your ideas. That's pretty much long enough for this one. And thanks everyone in YouTube land for listening. Would you like to say anything before you go?
Thank you for IQNet1 for letting me be on this channel. And yeah, that's really it.
Yeah, so guys, I just wanted to share some thoughts because we were just had a random conversation, and we've been touring some of the colleges, and I did get these for him to save for later, just in case he needed quick money in the future, because there's a lot of things going on right now, and you can never be ready for any particular thing. So, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Peace.